Okay, well, I've got some really good news for anyone out there that's still working on these low power pulse motors like I've been doing for over a decade. And what we wanted to do was be able to find something that would power desktop item on a AA battery without having to use a reed switch or a dancing flower circuit. And a direct replacement for the reed switch is something I've searched for years, and finally they have them now. And I got this at mouser.com. It's the name of it there, and it'll work on 1.5 volts. And it is a replacement proximity sensor for reed switches. They use them on flip phones when the lid is closed on a phone. This, instead of a reed switch, is what turns the phone off. So anyway, a difficult project for me. It took me months to really see if this was going to work or not, and it does work. And you want to get this particular one right here, this SE model right here, and then you're going to have to figure out a way to solder it up to wires, and that is tricky, but I figured out a way to do it. And then I first put it on a board like this and tested it, and then I put it on an actual motor with a AA battery and ran it for about 2 months to see if this would hold up and keep a pulse motor running on a AA battery for at least a couple of months. It looks like it's about a milliamp or so or less at the pulse, but the circuitry on that is rather complicated, and it doesn't run all the time at a milliamp. It runs way down there, and when it's off, the off time is in the nanoamps or microamps. So when it's turned off, it's not drawing power, which is what I've had a problem with other Hall switches doing, is they drain the battery down when they're not even on. And like I say, I wanted to get away from a magnetic reed switch because they're mechanical and they attract to the magnet. This has no attraction to the magnet whatsoever. And like I say, I mounted it on a little piece of cardstock, and there it is right there. It's omnipolar. It'll work on both north and south, and acts like a reed switch. And here again, this is the data you need to get one if you want to. They're a buck or less each. They come in a tape like this, and you have to get them out of the tape and then figure out some way to solder them up to leads or a board in order to use it. They're really, really tiny. And of course, you've got to make sure you use copper so you don't have any attraction to that rotor whatsoever. And it works. Now, the next question is where to go from here, and whether to use these solar waver coils and cut them out and build up an array around the wheel and make it like an easy spin and put them in series, or what to use. But to get this down into the microamp range, I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but anyway, it does work, and something for you guys to try if you're still around building these pulse motors. This is a and Hall effect sensor that works down in the 1.5 volt range. I actually got this to work down at about a volt.